Codeine, a type of opioid medication used to relieve pain and suppress cough, is derived from the opium poppy plant, making it a natural opioid. It is available in various forms, including tablets, syrups, and liquid solutions, and is typically taken orally. In medicine, it is commonly combined with drugs like paracetamol or ibuprofen to treat mild to moderate pain. Chemically, codeine, also known as 3-methylmorphine, 3-18-C18H21NO3, acting on opiate receptors in the brain, especially the mu receptor, which is responsible for pain relief and feelings of relaxation. While opiates are valuable agents for treating pain, they also carry a high risk of misuse, abuse, addiction, and increased mortality as demonstrated by the current opiate epidemic and accompanying overdose death. However, many users underestimate its danger simply because it is prescribed.
Normally, codeines come in many different forms that are taken by mouth, such as tablet and liquid syrup. The tablets are usually available in 15, 30, or 60 mg. Meanwhile, the liquid versions are measured as 30 mg per 5 milliliters. When used for pain, it is typically taken every 4 hours. But when used to relieve cough, syrups are taken every 4 to 6 hours, and long-acting tablets are taken every 12 hours. So how often it is taken really depends on what it's being used for, while parenteral injections of codeine are very discouraged. When used outside of medicine, codeine can take a very different form, often found in syrups and mixed with soft drink or alcohol, creating what is known as lean, purple drink, or scissor.
Substance abuse can start with something as simple as a prescription for pain or cough that wouldn't go away, and then what begins as treatment slowly turns into dependence. In fact, the boundary between therapeutic use and substance abuse is not always clear, as highlighted in the recent literature. However, young adults perceive prescription opiates as safer than illicit substance, contributing to their misuse. Besides, young adults are more likely to engage in substance misuse because their brain development is incomplete, particularly in areas controlling judgment and self-regulation. And hence, social influence and cultural trends, including peer influence and media exposure, significantly contribute to substance use behavior among young people. In Zimbabwe, the codeine addiction epidemic is currently ravaging the country, particularly affecting young people.
At 16, I started drinking broccoli. So per day I could take something like 4 bottles at 400 mils. I wasn't myself, I was someone else, or something else.
He even went to a stage where he started taking things and selling them, maybe to buy his broccoli or whatever he was taking then. Yeah, a lot of things, my laptop, cell phones, even food. He even went to that extent. One time he even ran away from home. He was now staying in the streets doing these drug things.
This is some of my ghetto youths. They don't go to work. As you can see that's what they take. That's broccoli. Even a young child, if you ask him, what is this bottle? He or she can tell you that this is a broccoli. Everyone is selling, even on the shops there's a lot of people who are selling these things.
We do it like this.
That's how
each and every
you
day.
can see.
The guys are already high. When you drink a lot of cough syrup every day, it can cause your teeth to rot and fall out. So to protect their teeth, they pour the liquid directly into their throats.
Apart from that, codeine metabolizes into morphine, which can produce analgesia and euphoria by indirectly increasing dopamine in their brain. This dopaminergic activity activates reward pathway, reinforcing drug taking behavior and increasing likelihood of dependence and addiction, particularly among young adults. And thus, codeine may be misused as a coping strategy to manage academic stress and emotional difficulties. Noting the risk, it is important to prevent young adults from misusing codeine. Prevention can start with educating and raising awareness among young adults on the dangers of codeine. Next, national health authorities and licensed pharmacies should monitor prescription and implement stricter regulation of opioid or codeine in dispensing to reduce its misuse. Early screening and detection of codeine misuse allows intervention to be given immediately and reduce the risk of addiction. Lastly, community and social support from family, schools, and the community helps prevent substance misuse among young adults.
Effects that we will discuss are in terms of short-term and long-term effects on psychological and physiological. Physiologically, the short-term effects are drowsiness, fatigue, lightheadedness, shortness of breath, nausea, sweating, slowed heart rate, palpitation, flushing, cramping in the abdomen, and dry mouth. Long-term effects are damage to the digestive system, and constipation may happen due to the sedation of the digestive tract. This can lead to bowel obstruction, nausea, vomiting, and tearing. Next, the liver can be damaged if codeine is taken in high doses. This refers to acetaminophen toxicity. Lastly, the body becomes more sensitive to pain. While they may provide relief initially, their effectiveness can diminish, and some individuals may experience worsening pain instead of continued relief. When talking about physiological effect, it is often referred to the body. But what about the brain? Research by Chu et al. 2014 found that chronic codeine-containing cough syrup abuse lead to brain white matter impairment and impulsivity. White matter is a wiring system that connects different brain regions. The two main wires that were found damaged are interior fronto-occipital fasciculus (IFO), which is responsible for processing information used to control action and inhibit incorrect response. And the second is corona radiata, a wire that connects the cortex to other regions and is heavily involved in risk-taking and impulse control. Results show a negative correlation for both duration and impulsivity. So, chronic codeine-containing syrup abuse may cause progressive brain white matter integrity impairment, which may be linked to higher overall impulsivity traits and non-planned impulsivity, that is lack of sense for the future. For physiological effect, it involves feeling of euphoria or feeling high, dysphoria or feeling uneasy, dissatisfied or restless, and anxiety.
An analysis by the International Narcotic Control Board on Global Statistics shows an unstable trend in the consumption of codeine from the year 1995 to 2014, but over the years it has been steadily increasing. In Malaysia context, a report of Information on Drugs 2024 by the National Anti-Drugs Agency under the Ministry of Home Affairs also shows an unstable trend in opioid abuse between the years 2020 and 2024, with the abuse gradually decreasing until 2023 and a sudden surge in 2024.
If you or anyone you know is dealing with any problems relating to substance use, know that help is always available. If you are seeking support, on the search for resources to start recovery, or seeking guidance, Narcotic Anonymous Malaysia can provide you just that. You are not alone. Take the step towards a healthier tomorrow.